Hello, welcome to episode 5 of Bishop Riker Cougar Chat. My name is Becky Shawlett, and I'm the Director of Enrollment Management and Communications here at Bishop Riker. And today, we're honored to have with us Mrs. Amber Kubacak, our 7th grade humanities and religion teacher. Welcome, Ms. Kubacak.
Thanks.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Good. You have an interesting background. So tell us how you've been teaching here at Bishop Riker for 6 years. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you became or what inspired you to become a teacher.
Before I taught, I was in property management for several years, and then from there I went into healthcare and the management side of that. And through all of that, one of my favorite parts of the job was always training and teaching on different aspects of the job. And then I had children, and my focus shift in life to want to be more involved. Those jobs required lots and lots of hours, although I think I put in more hours as a teacher now than I did in either one of those jobs. But it's just a different way than back then. So I really took what I loved about those two jobs with the teaching and the training and decided to try to venture into teaching. I did know, however, though, that I wanted to go into a Catholic school. That was one of the things that I prayed about and hoped that it would fall into my lap, and it did with Bishop Louis Riker. I wanted my kids to go to a Catholic school and have them have their Catholic faith surround them, and then for me to be able to be there with them and involved. And so I had all these things like in my mind. These are the things I wanted, and then I went to a women's silent retreat, and it was a whole day of prayer and discernment, and that's when I heard God calling and saying, "This is definitely what I want you to do," and so I went for it. I've been here ever since.
Love that story. That's just a wonderful story, and I can attest that it is such a blessing to have your children enrolled in a Catholic school and have their faith, wrapped around them, each day. So I want to talk to you a little bit. We have a new class this year.
Yes.
It's a drama class,
yes,
and I'm very excited about it. When I walk by our cafeteria area where you have class and practice and things like that, I just get so intrigued with it. So tell us a little bit about this wonderful class that we're offering.
So a little backstory. I've been pushing for drama in junior high since I was here.
Amazing.
Every year I was asking, can we have a drama class? Can we have a drama class? And it finally was able to pan out. The reason being is because that was my love in high school and junior high. I had a junior high drama class and a teacher that was really fun and exciting and let you just kind of be who you wanted to be and be who you were, and never judged. And so I really loved doing those classes. Then I got in junior high and high school in one act play, and that was what I loved from my freshman year going to state. Those are my best memories of high school. So I felt like I wanted that to be here too, because it was for our students, because it was so important to me. I'm super excited about the ability to kind of be on the other side, and I've brought in the things that I loved. Like I can still remember in junior high lip syncing to The Lion King, because it had just come out, and so that was one of the first things that we did in class here. I was like, okay, I'm going to take the things that I loved and try it out and see how I can make it new and interesting for these kiddos. And they loved it. So they lip synced, and I made them lip sync to what I called the oldies, which was 1995. Not old to us, but 1995 and before, any Disney movie that was created before then. Because I said, you kiddos now memorize music so well. I've got to find something that you don't already have memorized so it can be challenging. So they did wonderful with that. So we've done lip syncing, pantomiming. The first unit was all about, the unspoken word, and we practiced that. And now we're going into, we've studied a little history of Greek theater and the history behind the drama faces that we always see, the happy and sad face and the masks, and they created masks, and we've done skits using those where they have to use their body instead of being able to use their facial expressions to put on the scene, and we see what they're acting out and try to figure out what it was that was happening in that scene. So yeah, that's kind of what we've done so far.
That's amazing, and I know the students have really benefited from this. But can you go into a little bit more detail about how you think or how you feel that that students really benefit from a drama class?
So, you know, in a traditional classroom, there are lots of different opportunities to interact, and I know that, but it's just a different way. This is a lot less, you know, scripted. There's a lot less open time where they can, you know, try out things that might be embarrassing, you know, that you would never see in a traditional classroom, or it would just not have the place in a traditional classroom. You know, our class together at the beginning, we set our rules that we would have fun, that we would be kind. We have it on a board over on the other wall there, that we would respect each other, that it was a safe place to try something out, be silly, you know, be emotional, but to never give up. So try is always my rule. You must try, but you also need to be, you know, respectful and not negative to each other. And so they really stood by those because they were their rules. They came up with them, and they really stood by them, because I've seen kiddos that in a traditional classroom, when we're doing other classes, they don't speak up, they don't speak out, they're very withdrawn, and they've like blossomed and come out and done some really crazy things, and you know get to feel confident.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I was going to ask you about, because we're at the end of the first quarter of school, and I was going to ask you, have you seen within that short amount of time some of our students blossom, you know, like they're gaining that confidence and love trying new things, so they've blossomed and grown, you know, through that time span.
Yeah, and I think they'll continue to do that, because, you know, there'll be other things that we do throughout the year that I think will push them even further. You know, these first few things I call them baby steps, you know, and then I'm going to have them, you know, do different things that would push them a little further. And so I think they're going to continue to grow in their confidence. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
So this is the first time teaching drama class. Do you see in the future, you know, whether it's this year or next year, that the class will be doing some performances? I know that we're in COVID right now and we're kind of limited on what we can do, but that they'll be doing performances at some point.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm hoping to this year. They may just be structured a little differently. Researching out there, there's lots of, the drama community is huge, and the teachers are definitely a breed that like to just share their
That's
materials
wonderful.
and their information. And so there have been quite a few teachers that have written scripts that are COVID 6-foot relatable, like
Amazing.
able.
Yeah.
And you know, it's quite funny. But we'll probably be using several of those. And my ideas going forward, some of the big projects would be, I'd like to do a murder mystery dinner with the cast.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
I know, yeah. Give them some fun with that, as well as doing a play in the spring. And then the 6-foot rule skits and things that I've seen out there that I'm going to try out this year too.
Well, that's amazing. Ms. Kubacak, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We really enjoyed learning about our wonderful drama class here, and we're so blessed that you continued to push forward with establishing a drama class here, because I think it's absolutely wonderful. We're blessed to have you here, and thank you so much.
Thank you.